Jersey City, New Jersey, and we're with Dr. Hawthorne, and we're going to be talking about all things dentistry and wellness. Hello.
Hi, Donna. Welcome to Grove Dental Center. How are you today?
Wonderful. So you have a practice that has a combined two things that work integratedly together. What is it that you have?
That's right. So I am Dr. Hawthorne. I'm a dentist and also wellness-focused aesthetic provider. So I've been doing dentistry from past 20 years. Recently have expanded into non-invasive facial and body treatments, and our little wellness wing here is called Inform Wellness.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What made you decide to start that? Was it your own journey of aging where you said, you know what, I don't really want to have plastic surgery? Was it your own personal reason you wanted to do it?
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
So, like I said, I've been helping people with their teeth problems, fixing their smile, taking them out of pain for over 20 years. But you know, down the road, I realized it's not just fixing teeth. In this day and age, everybody has stress, anxiety, and tension. And all this leads to inflammation, lack of sleep, tension. So oral health is definitely a gateway to overall health, but fixing teeth just doesn't cut it.
Okay.
So I wanted to incorporate wellness, and you know, a true dentist is actually a doctor, engineer, and an artist.
Yes.
So the doctor in me always wanted to go beyond teeth and incorporate wellness into my office, and here we go.
So having nice teeth, right, help you have a pretty face, a pretty smile, but it's not just teeth. What are some of the other things that people are dealing with today that actually are showing in their skin?
That's right. So it's not just teeth. Oral cavity is connected to the whole body. Oral health is a gateway to overall health for sure, but stress, anxiety, tension, all builds up and start showing on skin. Lack of sleep, poor mental wellness, all show up on your face. So just by fixing teeth won't cut it. So I always wanted to expand and help our patients to feel good and look good from within. So wellness was a great option. And also, I'm of a philosophy, holistic approach. So body has its capacity to heal and function. We don't want to be putting any chemicals or needles to improve or enhance the function of the body. So I was really exploring into expanding into wellness at the same time, keeping it holistic. So BTL is a great company with their great innovations and technology. They have great machines which does the same. It enhances the body's function and optimizes form.
Okay. And what equipment do you have here that you're putting into play with your patients? Because you have beautiful, you've made a nice investment on the best of the best.
Yes.
So what can someone explore here?
So our main focus here is mind, body, and aesthetics. So to that end, I have a machine called M-Face, which gently lifts and tones facial muscles. It also helps with TMJ problems.
Oh,
yeah.
I have TMJ.
Yeah. So M-Face has two applications, the functional application and the aesthetic application.
Okay.
And then the second machine is called ExoMind, which is for the mental wellness.
And how does that work exactly? Is it with sound waves? How does that work?
No. ExoMind utilizes a technology called TMS. It's transmagnetic cranial stimulation.
Okay.
So it just sends gentle magnetic pulses to the part of the brain which is responsible for mood, behavior, cognition, and sleep. So it reestablishes the neuronal pathways, reestablishes the neuroplasticity, and improves the brain function.
So it would be good if you had like a major test or something to come and have a treatment first.
Oh yeah, anybody and everybody would benefit from ExoMind.
Okay.
Busy moms, busy professionals, athletes, high-performing corporate people, anybody and everybody. And actually, it also helps with for people with behavior problems, cravings,
Okay.
addiction,
Oh,
anxiety, depression, poor sleep,
okay.
all of this.
And that's ExoMind.
That's
So you have
ExoMind.
M-Sculpt here,
Uh-huh.
ExoMind, and you have one other thing here.
M-Sculpt Neo, that's for the body.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So that's when, instead of getting a tummy tuck, maybe
yes,
you can
yes. We're just
tighten things up.
sculpting and toning the muscles.
And it works for arms, legs, midriff.
It works for the abs,
Okay.
your core,
Okay.
and then we can lift your glutes.
Okay.
We can work on your biceps, triceps, quads, any part of the body.
It often takes less time than actually going to the gym, correct?
Oh yeah. Even if you went to gym regularly, you won't be able to achieve what we do with our technology here. So you're getting 20,000 crunches in 30 minutes.
20,000 crunches.
20,000 crunches,
30 minutes.
supramaximal contractions of the abs. You improve your core strength and you burn fat at the same time.
So during the consultation, you'd be able to help them pinpoint what their needs might be, which is great. And once again, it's non-invasive. There's no needles. There's no downtime.
That's right.
So you'll be able to help them feel younger, look younger, more vibrant.
Feel younger, feel good, feel happy and healthy.
Lovely. And also, you also do the traditional things, implants and any type of dental procedures too.
That's right.
So
We
it's a
do-
combination of both.
We do all phases of dentistry, right from preventive dentistry to orthodontics to implants to root canals and restorative dentistry.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We had a great time. Your staff is lovely, super fun. Somebody was celebrating a birthday today, which was exciting. So thank you so much for inviting us.
Thank you, Donna. It was great having you here. We really appreciate you coming out here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, if you're interested in this technology, please look them up online. And if you're here in Jersey City, come on in for an appointment and a consultation. I'm Donna Drake. We've been visiting with Dr. Hawthorne. Be well. Joining us now, I will say, is a new friend of mine. It is Robert E. Rockwood. We're going to be talking about Replenish Plus. Hi.
Hi, nice to see you again, Donna.
You too. I would consider us friends now. We had such a fun first phone call that lasted as if we took a 5-hour trip from here to Boston, right?
That was fun.
But you're fascinating in the things that you've been able to accomplish. Where did your journey start?
The journey into Replenish Plus?
Yeah,
skincare?
no, in your life. Because
Oh.
you have so many patents. Like how many?
I have 300 international patent claims, over 300.
Over 300? That's a lot, Robert. Okay,
It
so
is.
I want to know like where it started. Were you like the cool kid, like tinkering with things when you were younger, or where did that passion for you start?
I guess where it started, I guess I always looked at life and I looked at things and I said, look, whatever is being done, if it's been done for more than 5 years, there's probably a better way to do it.
Okay.
And that's what my whole life has always been about. So I constantly look at things as to how to upgrade it. And the more people that tell me you can't upgrade it, I know that's the thing I want to go after.
Got it. The more somebody tells you, no, it can't be done, you're like, I'm the guy to do it. I'm taking that on, right? Like it's your personal challenge in life.
It does.
So you spent many years working with chemical formulations, right?
Actually, chemical processing equipment. That's how.
Okay.
That's where a lot of my patents are from. Well, we come from a whole different approach.
Okay.
The rest of the industry, they're using chemicals basically to manipulate the skin. And that always has side effects anytime you use synthetic chemicals. So we eliminated all the chemicals, and then we approached, how do you really get anti-aging? How do you really get the glow back in the skin? How do you really get it looking healthy? So if you look at the aging process, what happens? If you look at teenagers, their skin is always nice and smooth, no wrinkles and a nice glow, and they don't need makeup and the rest of it. And that's because in their body is a series of skin cells called the fibroblast cells that produce collagen, elastin, and ATP energy, which makes it all work together. Collagen firming up the skin, elastin giving you snapback. So at age 20, the mitochondria, which runs the fibroblast cells that produce all the collagen and elastin, they start slowing down 1% per year. We start aging at age 20. So at age 21, 22, every year it goes down 1%. By the time you're 40, it's gone down 20%. By the time you're 60, it's gone down 40%. By the time you're my age, 82, God knows I don't even want to do the math. So what we do is we formulated no chemicals, no water. In fact, if you look at skincare companies, if you look at their product, the #1 ingredient is water. And your body is already 65% water. The only reason the water is in there is because it lessens their cost. So you buy a half a bottle of water, so it's diluted. That's why it's not powerful, even with the synthetic chemicals, the way it could be. We have no water. We're a concentrate. And what happens is, the way we formulate, is we use just Mother Nature's power. All her vitamins, whole food vitamins, not vitamin C ascorbic acid, which doesn't have Mother Nature's energizers in it and doesn't work the way it should. So we're whole food vitamins, we're whole food proteins, we're whole food nutrients, and we're whole food vegan products. You put that all together, and it's all made to fire up the mitochondria. And I can't bring us back to age 20, but I can certainly bring us so that it works a lot better. And that's what we're doing. We're firing up the mitochondria, produces the collagen, the elastin, the ATP, and keeps you as healthy looking as possible, as safe, no chemicals, and as powerful collagen producing as you can get, and nobody else in the world approaches it that way.
And before you made the products, which came first, the book or the products?
Actually, the products came first.
Okay.
And while I was making the products, I got more and more information with my research, and eventually I decided, let's put together a book that gives out the information that really the skincare industry doesn't talk about.
I like the title, Beauty Products Can Be Ugly, the hype, the lies, the dangers, and a must read for anyone applying skin or beauty products to their body. Well, I think that's almost 100% of us, right? Got it. This is pretty interesting, Robert. So this line that you created has what? It has a lot of nuts. It has no chemicals, petroleum-based additives, dyes, harmful animal byproducts, or toxins. It's that's pretty cool. It's non-toxic. It has no non-toxic residue buildup.
Right. The thing is, maybe just to understand the paradigm. The paradigm of the skincare industry is, if anybody looks at their skincare products, they'll read the ingredients, and half of them they won't be able to pronounce. Because the whole concept behind the skincare industry is to use chemicals, synthetic chemicals, to manipulate the skin. That's what it's done. They use tighteners, they use some things like retinols or whatever, or they might even use bovine collagen in there. But all those are to send signals to your skin cell, wound signals. If your body hears a wound signal, and those are what peptides, they do the same thing. It's a false signal. And what it does is your body gets the false signal, and your skin cells, inside there's a mitochondria, and that's the engine. And the mitochondria, when it receives a wound signal, it starts to build collagen.
Okay.
And that's how it works, but it's a manipulation.
You look like you're my age, and you're actually about 20 years older than I am. You told us last night. Robert, awesome. Congratulations for you, for living like your life fully, for making a difference, for taking care of people. You know what I like about this, actually, is I paint. I'm an artist. And when I put this on my hands, it makes my hands feel creative. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but it actually makes me feel like I want to paint. You know, and I only put it on like 10 seconds ago, right? So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, it's a whole different approach.
There you go.
It's a healthy way to get there.
How fun is that? Okay, so all your patents, all your passion, all your technology, they can read the book, but they can also go to your website for your products.
Absolutely. They can get the product, and as I said, it's the only product in the world that can, it's all in glass containers, never plastic. It's also cold fusion process. We process at 68 degrees, so nothing is cooked out. It's our own proprietary processing. That's my background. And yes, everything that's in there is whole food vitamins, not synthetic vitamin C, whole food vitamin C. And the same thing for everything else that's sitting in the jar. It's the healthiest thing you can put on your body.
Do you know that? I haven't done that in years. It just made me want to do that. So nice to have you here.
Oh, thank you. So nice to be here.
Wow. Okay. Robert E. Rockwood, also the coolest name ever. Replenish Plus. You could go to the website and learn more, learn about his patents. Just he's an awesome guy, you know, somebody that you'd want to take out for lunch. I'm Donna Drake, signing off. Joining us now is Sophia Williams, and she is with Napa Soap Company. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, Donna. I'm well, thank you. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
What made you decide to start your own company of amazing products?
So my husband and I purchased this business, Napa Soap Company, in 2023 from the founders who started the company in 1999. And this is something that really resonated with us because we've always kind of been entrepreneurial. We have decided to kind of put down roots, and we love the Napa Sonoma area wine country. And we happen to be very non-wine people. Like we enjoy wine, but we're not in the wine industry. And so we were looking for something that we could sink our teeth into that wasn't a wine business. And lo and behold, we found this beautiful soap company, and we're just so excited to take this to the next level.
Yeah, you know, the packaging is wonderful too. Did you make some tweaks to some of the packaging, but keep some of the things nostalgic to the brand since it started like in 1999?
Yes, so we have changed to a very kind of luxury box. It has a slide drawer. We have these kind of different sleeves here that indicate the different scents of the soaps. And this is transitioned from wrapped paper. And we're just trying to sort of elevate the brand to help this, keeping many of the original names. We have an original which is called Cabernet Sauvignon. So that we're still keeping our roots. We use grapeseed oil from the wine, from the vineyards. And we try to keep all these ingredients and things tied in and keep to our roots of Napa.
I like that very much. And you have a few different products here. So you have, I believe, a chapstick, a Himalayan salt, and a soap. Are those the three different product lines that you have?
We actually have even more than that. We create a men's shaving soap. The bar soap is our original. So glad you have some of those there with you.
We do.
And then we have increased our line, though. We found out that men really enjoy kind of a old school type of shave with a brush. And we hand pour that into these special little tins. And you get to just brush and shave.
Lovely. So what has the customer perception been now that you've taken over for the last 3 years? Are they like embracing you? Are you having a great journey together?
Yes, we felt very welcomed. It's sort of a special transition because we took our time with the purchase and with the owners. They stayed on to help train us. The previous owners before the sale, their initials were also G and S, and my husband and I's initials are also G and S. So we felt that sort of corny, but that was a little bit of a connection for us.
I'm all about that. I even like the creative like names of the things that you have. It's like figs and Zinfandel, right? And this is olive and shea butter, and this one is Cabernet Sauvignon, right? Which is a play on the soap. I just think it's clever and it's fun. This one says that it's fruit-forward fragrance with chocolatey cocoa butter. Now, see, for me, I would be sipping the wine as well as like taking a nice bath with this amazing soap. And
yes, that's absolutely.
And what about this? What is the sea soak crafted with Himalayan pink salt? How do you know how much to use of a product like this? You know, a lot of times when I take a whole bag of like Epsom salts and stuff, it says 1 cup, I end up pouring half a bag, right? Is yours more of a concentrate, so just a little goes a long way?
So this is not all Epsom salt. This is mixed with Dead Sea salt, Pacific sea salt, Himalayan sea salt. So it's a. We also use essential oils, all natural. So it's very relaxing and safe in the bath. So it's not a specific, strictly Epsom salt. So I would say it's a little actually maybe less concentrated. So we kind of recommend maybe like a half a scoop per bath. It's really a little bit more up to the user, but if you want that full relaxing experience, maybe go for a whole cup. We usually find that about half a cup is plenty.
This is a little more luxurious than the stuff that I've gotten out of the bag. You can already tell the quality just by the look of it and the feel of it and the scent of it. This is like really nice quality. This is extraordinary, Sophia. Wow. I am really impressed.
We hand blend those.
Okay.
Every single batch is made by hand. They're very small batches. We use a large stainless steel bowl. It's maybe like a 3-gallon bowl. And we mix every single thing by hand. It's scooped in. And then we even put in the organic essential oils by hand as well. Even putting it in the jar, labeling it, everything.
And even the lip balms that you have, like this one is called Sangria, but it's made with rosemary and is it calendula extracts?
Yes,
is that a flower or a plant? What is that?
That's a flower, and it's very soothing for the skin. That with rosemary oil just makes a really nice, nourishing lip balm that's really all natural and plant-based.
Perfect. And this is something that you don't have to wait for winter to use. Obviously, you're in California, so you could use this year-round, right?
Correct. Yes, they're in all my bags, all my cars.
And it is also really nice. So you have a beautiful line of products. Congratulations on taking something, like you said, you're in that Napa Valley. They're always really keen on things that are like natural and holistic. I have a friend of mine who's a master gardener who lives out in that area. Her name is Dr. Christie. And so even just holding your box makes me have that nice vibe. So congratulations to you. You're using some grapeseed oil. It's been a brand since 1999. You and your husband, the G and the S, carry that on with your new G and the S, and continued success to you. And this really truly is extraordinary. Like, I'm kind of like picky about things like that. Like, and so from the moment I opened the jar, I was like, wow, Sophia, that is really lovely. I cannot wait to have a special treat. It's going to make me feel like I'm at the spa. So thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Donna. I hope you do take a nice, relaxing bath with it.
I am totally doing this. So thank you, and I appreciate you, and I wish you continued success on your journey. Thanks again for letting us highlight you and celebrate you and your wonderful brand at Napa Soap Company. Be well.
Thank you. You
Bye-bye.
too. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. After 18 years, I finally walked into a place that feels like home. I am in, where?
Cranford.
Cranford, not Cranston, because sometimes I've been calling it Cranston. It is Cranford, New Jersey, and I'm with Mary Kate, and we are at the Curious
Heart Shop.
Ta-da! The Curious Heart Shop.
Yeah.
It's lovely here.
Thank you.
And I'm not kidding. Like, when I walked through, I was like, oh, I'm home. And that's because Mary Kate has so many things aesthetically that just call out my name. I mean, I really, truly, it's just like amazing vibe here. So I don't care where you are in the world, you have got to get yourself here. The Curious Heart, what made you start this shop?
So the Curious Heart was born out of a spiritual journey that went on about 13 years ago. I like to call it my Eat, Pray, Love journey.
Okay.
That did not go to India, Indonesia, or Italy. It just stayed right here in New Jersey, but it was a spiritual journey I went on where I learned Reiki. And from Reiki, I learned aromatherapy. Then I learned about crystals and energy and all of these things that just spoke to me. I created little flower essential oil blends, which are Reiki imbued natural body care products. And from that, I opened a little pop-up shop to sell my little wares, and it just sort of like snowballed. It was like little breadcrumbs. I, was selling the aromatherapy products, roller balls, body washes, creams, and I started adding crystals to it and just things that spoke to me on my spiritual journey, things that helped me and supported me. And I started sharing the information that I had learned because I felt like this was really hard information to find out. When you go on the spiritual journey, you're like, why hasn't anybody told me about this? I didn't know anything about chakras. So I started sharing the information that I learned, and it just kind of it just snowballed, and here we are.
It's lovely. Now you're from here. You're from Cranford, and not only that, but when you were a little girl, your father took you here because he would buy his suits from this exact same location.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So as the years rolled by, did you ever even have a tiny little glimpse that someday, this might be your shop? Was there ever a feeling or no? Because you're kind of intuitive. You're really intuitive.
So I would say that no, not when I was growing up.
Okay.
I was a muggle for many years.
Okay.
My awakening happened in about 2013. And, but once I knew that I wanted to open up a store in downtown Cranford, I was laser focused on this store. I was like, this is the store I want. And it took 3 years for me to get it. But I got it.
It's so interesting too because you have double doors. You have, is it east-west or north-south? East-west, I guess. It's pretty cool. So you can come in one way, right? So it's accessible. It's fun. It's right here on Union, right in the heart, right? And when you walk through, there's so many interesting things like feelings or senses. It's wonderful. You've got mood rings. You have an assortment of everything that anybody would want in order to touch their inner soul.
Right.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Thank you.
Great gifts.
Thank you.
I was just across the street and this woman said, I just got this bracelet for my friend, So it's good. It's good for gifts for yourself, right? What are some of the other things that happen here? You have different events and things?
We have all kinds of events that happen here and at our sister location in Fanwood, which is a spiritual healing center. We do aromatherapy blending bar. You can sit at the blending bar, make your own aromatherapy blend. Then we also do evenings where you can sit and we do crafting nights where you can make wreaths or you can blend as a group. We also do meditation circles. We do protecting your energy, learning how to protect your subtle energy system. We do all kinds of smaller workshops here, and then the larger ones happen at our sister location in Fanwood, which is sort of speaks to the Reiki side of me. So we've got Reiki, and we have shamanic healing. We've got sound and vibrational healing there. We have acupuncture. We have massage. We've got craniosacral. We've got 12 different practitioners that are their own practitioners in their own right. They own their own little businesses and they rent from me. It's like a spiritual WeWork.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And I see you have a lot of dream catchers here too, which are kind of interesting.
Yeah.
There's a macrame dream catcher over there and another one over here, and then you have the chakras. And so if somebody hasn't been awakened yet, as we will call it, okay? You can kind of help them and explain to them, this is your heart chakra and so forth and so on. So if they're just a beginner on their journey or if they're somebody that's advanced, they belong here.
Exactly. It doesn't matter. We could either go in the baby pool or we can go over to the high dive. What do you want to do? We can talk about body wash, or we can, talk about past lives.
Right.
We do love to discuss the chakras. They are the GPS system for navigating our lives, and we do chakra readings here. So we'll read chakras for people, and we'll talk about whether a chakra is excessive, deficient, imbalance, and this helps people to understand what level of consciousness they're at, what they need to work on. Really basic information in an energy, but it's really useful information from an energetic standpoint. So that's just one of the many services but if you've never heard about it, and we've had muggles sit at the blending bar and I do a chakra reading for them and they get really uncomfortable because you're able to read their energy. It's I'll say, I'm not psychic. I'm more like Columbo. I'm just reading.
Wait, excuse me. You might have like forgot that.
Just one more question, ma'am. Are you feeling disempowered in your life? So yeah, it's a really useful tool, and whether you're well into your spiritual journey or you're just starting out and you're not sure, we get a lot of those people. What's going on with them? Either way, we're here to help.
And we were also talking about on the phone too that it's very inclusive, like all religions are also welcome. We both grew up with the same religion, and so there's some aspects of that that still speak to my heart, and I still I'm in tune to that.
Yes.
Right? But everybody's welcome.
My upbringing was in Christianity, so you're going to see a lot of Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, a lot of the ascended masters are here, but I like to say that Mother Mary and Kuan Yin dine together at the commissary. Everybody is welcome, and we're really all here to support one another on this journey.
I think I do need a mood ring. Mary Kate, I'm looking around, I'm like, I want to shop. And I feel like that would be something that you would want to do too. Like if you come here, please, this is a must stop location. You have got to be here because it's really, truly something like I've never experienced in my life. So join me. Let's go shopping together. In fact, you know what? Let's go shop. Joining us now is Bryan, and he lives in Idaho, and he is a fourth-generation cattleman. Hi.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
So, being a fourth-generation cattleman, what is it that you do in Idaho?
Obviously cattle.
Okay.
So we raise cattle, we broker cattle, and we've actually taken what we know and we do with cattle and have created a skincare product out of tallow. Yeah.
Now, this particular tallow is coming from your own cattle.
Correct.
Right? So it's like source sustainable. You know exactly where it's all coming from.
Yes.
Growing up on the ranch, what is one of your favorite memories?
Oh, so many.
Okay.
One of my favorite memories, I would have to say, is waking up at 4 a.m. We did that a lot, and milking our cattle.
Okay.
So we had some baby calves, and we had a milk cow, and me and my brother had to go out and
milk
them.
Do the milk.
Yeah.
So what's interesting, I have milked a cow before. I actually went to like a festival of sorts, you know, and you have to like really get up under and like then kind of strain it down.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do.
It isn't easy. It takes a lot of strength, right? So
yeah.
did you find that over the course of time it actually helped you build muscle? Was that part of your gym workout?
100%.
Milking a cow. I asked you too if you had, so the name of your company is Harris Happy Cow. Was there a time where you like kind of befriended a cow? Because I heard cows are actually quite friendly.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've named most of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I love them.
So sweet animals, right? I also have a funny story about cows. When I first moved from St. Louis to New York, I went dancing. It was like somebody's high school reunion. And I was dancing, I was having a great time. And they're like, oh, wow, you know how to dance. And I'm like, yeah, being from the Midwest doesn't mean you don't know how to dance, you know? And they're like, oh, we just thought you'd be out like tipping cows. I'm like, tipping cows? You know, and I guess because
I've done that.
Yeah, right, okay. So I want to understand, so is it because they fall asleep standing up? So what's the legend behind that?
Correct, yeah,
Okay.
they just fall asleep while they're standing up,
Okay.
and you can just kind of give them a little bump
They're like,
without them startling.
And they're like, whoa. So tallow, what is it about tallow? Because it seems to me about a decade ago, no one ever heard of it. And then all of a sudden it's on the scene in a big way. You have 3 different types. You have honey, eucalyptus, and lavender. What does your tallow do that makes it a great product?
Yeah, so tallow is a very nutrient-rich fat.
Okay.
And it's similar to our skin, our oils that we create. And what makes it different is the source that it comes from. It's our cattle. We know exactly what goes into these cattle. We know exactly, we take care of them all.
Ooh,
so it smells great, doesn't it?
It smells great, but it's also a nice consistency, I guess. It's almost like it's whipped.
It is whipped. It's whipped tallow. That's taken us a long time to get that texture right and figure out the right texture, because most, I've noticed, are not whipped. And
No, they're kind of balmy.
Correct,
Right?
yeah.
They're like a thick butter.
Yes.
This is lovely.
Yes.
I just opened this for the first
Yeah.
time. Okay, so this whipped tallow, it mirrors some of your natural oils in a human, because
Correct.
we're both mammals, cows
Yeah.
and humans.
Yeah, I got to
Right?
tell you a quick story.
Sure.
So my wife,
Wow.
she's the one that actually helped me create this. So we fill our freezers every year with meat.
Right.
And we actually get tallow, because tallow's been around for a long time. We know it, and we cook with it too. So my wife gets some tallow, and I'm like, oh, or are we just going to use it for cooking?
Right.
And she says, no, we're actually going to use this for a tallow balm. And I'm like, oh, interesting. So I was doing a little research, watching her put this stuff together. And that's how we actually came up with the idea of tallow balm.
That's lovely. So you've been able to actually create a whole market for this, your own tallow, right?
Correct.
You do like affiliate marketing, and you have different people that are like, is it bringing you a lot of joy?
Oh,
Like,
so
so if
much
somebody
joy.
buys a cow, do they also get like a tallow? Is it like if you open up an account, you get,
That's
you
a
get one
great
with every
idea. I might have
purchase?
to do that.
Right?
No, it's great. It's given me so much joy doing this, because I get to share what I do with the world, and the legacy that it brings from our fourth generation.
Absolutely, absolutely. If your ancestors were still here, what do you think that they would say about what it is that you've created, Bryan, by being like an entrepreneur and, helping your family and things like that?
Oh, they would be so proud. We went through a pretty major tragedy in my life in a short period of time. I lost my dad, I lost my mom, and I lost both of my brothers
Oh, I'm sorry.
within just about a year span.
Oh,
and
I'm
I think
so
of them.
sorry,
Thank
Bryan.
you.
Is that when I asked you if you had siblings? You said that you.
Yes,
I'm
correct.
so sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. And honestly, I think of them as I put this product together, that they would be so proud of what we do, and we're doing it the right way. Like
Yeah.
we're doing it in an honest way, and our customers can trust everything that they're using from our products.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that personal story with me. We got a chance to have dinner together last night, and I told you, I said I wanted to learn more about you personally. So thank you for sharing that with me, because I didn't know that story. And you're right, a lot of times in our life when we go through those challenging times, you have a choice. You can either wake up the next day and let that empower you, or you can let that have you crumble. But I do feel like they are very proud of you. And that's fantastic that you have been able to turn something into something that sustains your family, also helps other people. Now you said you like the honey the best, right?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite. But we do have the eucalyptus and the lavender. But honey's my favorite.
Yeah, it's nice, and it really actually feels.
And it's not
really
overpowering
nice.
scent either.
No,
it's very
it's
very
delicate
nice.
and it's
Yeah.
really nice. And my skin, always Jacqueline, my makeup artist, she says to me, I don't drink enough, and I don't drink enough water, so I have to hydrate. But it's also good to put something on your skin to kind of protect it from the outside elements. So it's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
We were even talking about Idaho potatoes, right? And I told you how to make a new roll, right? You take a
I'm doing
boiled
that.
potato, the yogurt, 2 eggs, mix it up, and it turns out incredibly good.
Oh, yeah, I'm
So
trying that.
there you go. So we're going to be friends for a long time.
We
I
will.
wish you continued success.
Thank you.
Seriously, way to go. It's Harris Happy Cow. That's all you need to know. Go tallow, go tallow, go tallow. I think you need a theme song.
I do.
You ready to write one? Do you play guitar?
I do.
There you go. I knew it. Okay, stay tuned for more. We're living it up. And in the break, Bryan and I are going to start writing the new song for it. Be well. Joining us now is Dr. Howard Robbins, and we're going to be talking about gut health and a lot more. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me.
So I asked you where you traveled in from today, and you're just like 2 towns over. So
Exactly.
You're a local guy. What started your medical journey? What made you decide that you wanted to go into something that was of service to help others?
Well, it's my calling. I'm 78, and I don't believe in retirement because what I do for a living, intravenous ozone therapy, can save lives, give a parent back a child a parent, a husband back a wife. I cure diseases and conditions that literally no one would believe are curable. On the other hand, I also destroy every good bacteria in the gut, and I had to find a probiotic that would actually work, and that's been my research for the last 10 years, and I've been able to fool everybody into thinking I'm an actual expert on the product, on probiotics. I lecture around the world on it, I train, and that's what we're here to talk about.
Amazing. So the ozone therapy you realized was killing both the bad bacteria as well as the good.
Yeah.
Right? So sometimes as a female, when those things happen on our female, journeys, then we have to take like yogurt, like it's something that has the A word, acidophilus. I don't know what it is. What is it?
Acidophilus.
That's it. Okay, so I understand how that works. It's a balance. Your body chemistry has a balance, right? So similar with ozone, you needed to replenish with probiotic.
Yeah, well, the problem with, first of all, why yogurt works is because the acidophilus is a bacteria and it's living in the yogurt, but it basically just aids digestion.
Okay.
One of the problems we're suffering from today, and a big breakthrough, is, weight loss. Over they say 75% of the population, that's about 200 million people, suffer from being overweight or obese.
Okay.
Type 2 diabetes, 1.5 million people a year are diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Everybody wants to grow old, but you want to grow old and be well. So retarding the aging process is important. And what we're finding out and what research is breaking through is that the gut produces a natural hormone called GLP-1. You hear about it because there's all sorts of pharmaceutical injections and pills now even that enhance the GLP-1 in your body to help you with weight loss and diabetes control.
Okay.
And the gut makes it naturally, but you got to have a healthy gut to begin with.
Understood. So if your factory is broken, you got to kind of help the factory get back into play.
And one of the problems with probiotics is, as I found because I had to find them for my patients, is that most bacteria are living. They're moving around.
Okay.
But when you freeze dry them so you can put them into a capsule, a tablet, or even just the powder, you either destroy them or make them so weak they can't come out of suspended animation back to life.
Okay.
So we had to find something that would be living, that would actually work.
And that's what this is.
15 patented proprietary strains of bacteria that work and play well with each other in your colon sandbox. They're next generation bacteria. By the way, I didn't do this on my own.
Yes, you had a childhood friend or something, or a long lifetime friend?
No, we found Dr. Reza
Yeah.
Kamari with a PhD from MIT in food science and a specialty in probiotics. So between the two of us, we researched the literature for several years and came up with 15 strains of what's called next generation bacteria, meaning they're capable of surviving stomach acids. And then there's smart probiotics. They didn't go to Harvard. Okay. Smart probiotics change their genetic expression when they reach your gut wall. So these 15 strains work and play well with each other, so they don't overwhelm each other like some do.
Okay.
Survive the stomach, stick to the wall of the gut to get yeast in balance and repair it. Now, what does that do? It stimulates large amounts of natural GLP-1. So if you want to control your weight, if you want to control and prevent diabetes, because pre-diabetics, that's an even larger number of people every year that are told that. And if you want to slow the aging process down, because I'm against the term anti-aging, you want to retard it, not stop aging.
Right.
Okay. That's
You don't want to be 12 your whole life, right? You want to
Exactly.
age, but you just want to age in a graceful, healthy way.
And that's what the gut connects to everything. It's
Okay.
called the gut organ axis. So there's the gut weight loss axis, diabetes axis, the gut brain axis for depression and anxiety. The gut connects to everything.
I'm going to try
and
this
it's delicious.
on camera. I'm going to do it. So do I take the whole thing?
The whole 2-ounce shot.
The whole shot?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Shot. Okay, this is Doctor's Biome Gut Health Living Probiotics. It is fruit and vegetable juice. It's a
Organic.
drink with probiotics. What did you say? It's what?
100% organic.
100% organic. All right, Doc, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, here's to me, here's to you, here's to my gut. All right, let's try it. It tastes great.
I know that's important because kids and babies need it.
Wow. So if I did one of these each day,
Yes.
it would help my gut be in better order.
Amazingly help your gut be in better health.
I think I need your help. Because I know that that's the one thing that's, for me, I'm 60, and I know that my gut is like, just not the greatest.
And with the, the pharmaceuticals that they're producing, the injections to help you lose weight and control diabetes, I don't want to mention names.
That's okay.
But they have adverse effects, unfortunately, that people, nausea, things
Right.
like that. This can, taking it with this enhances the benefits of that and can offset all those adverse reactions from those pharmaceuticals.
And if I'm not taking those drugs and I'm
Now
just
you-
doing this is okay.
Now you're doing it naturally.
Great. Okay, I'm into this. And then the final thing that we wanted to touch upon was the Deadly C, which is, what is that? I don't even know
I
how
just
to say
got
this
published
word.
in the Journal of Gastroenterology Research.
Okay.
People take antibiotics all the time, and for various things, and they're helpful and save lives. But it also kills all the good bacteria in your gut almost instantly, and all the bad as well. But only one can't be killed typically easily, called Clostridium difficile infection, C. diff.
Okay.
And 500,000 Americans get it every year and suffer from severe digestive issues and uncontrolled diarrhea. And unfortunately, 28 to 30,000 Americans, mostly seniors and children, die from uncontrolled diarrhea every
Really?
year from C. diff.
Oh my gosh.
If you go into a hospital and you say C. diff,
Right.
everybody shuts up and
Right.
heads turn. Well, I'm published now, 8 patients just with this alone got rid of theirs, cured them of C. diff.
Congratulations.
It's amazing.
Dr. Robbins, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us. I will definitely take a case. You're wonderful and effervescent and so kind and so nice. And I love what you're doing to help people. And I personally could use your help. So thank you for coming on. There you go, guys. It's Gut Health Living Probiotics, Doctor's Biome. So it tastes really good. It actually does. And if it can help me, I'm hoping it can help you. Thanks for watching. Joining us now is part of the team from New England Fertility. We're going to be talking about babies and families and the joy that they bring. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Dr. Gad, Dr. Mike.
Yep.
Yes. I thank you so much for being here. We were talking a little earlier about fertility and some of the people that were born in my generation, there were chemicals in the world, and that caused them not to be able to bear children. But now there's a lot of reasons why somebody would need to see a fertility specialist. Dr. Mike, we're going to start with you. What is it, the differentiators between, what is third-party reproduction? How does that work?
Third-party reproduction is a term that's used when you have, in our case, we work with gay couples, both males and lesbians, and they need to use an egg donor,
Okay.
right, to produce the eggs, and in the gay male couple, they would be the sperm source, and then obviously they would need what we call a gestational carrier or a surrogate to carry that. So we're bringing in more parties into the mix, so to speak, to assist these couples in building their family.
Okay, so Dr. Gad, do you help with that at your facility? When somebody comes to New England Fertility Institute, do you have like a database of people that would be willing to be surrogates? Or do you tell them the process of how one goes about that? Whether they have to put like an ad in the newspaper? How is it done? How do you find that match?
Well, yes. So in the center of all this is the fact that the fertility, the technology has improved a lot over the last decade or two.
Okay.
So what actually is in the center of what we do is what's called in vitro fertilization, IVF. And in this case, we apply it to egg donors and surrogate and intended parents. So the clinic, we started the clinic, many years ago as a fertility/IVF clinic. And in the last decade or so, I decided that we basically focus on what we call third party, where it's different. It's sort of a very highly specialized area in fertility.
What is it about your ongoing commitment to like the protocols, the lab techniques, and things that you do that are helping you have a more successful rate? I know that everybody that wants to be a parent sometimes still can't, even though you might try your best. But what is it about your protocols that seem like there's a little more success for them?
Well, I think there's been a lot of technological advancement since the days of quads, which allow us to transfer in only one embryo and have a high probability of success. And that involves keeping up with the latest technologies in the lab, the IVF lab, which I feel is a really important component of what we do. And also the way we, especially in third party, the way we will stimulate the donor to produce eggs, to produce high quality eggs, which then downstream leads to better quality embryos in the lab and a higher pregnancy rate.
Okay, so you're actually helping the female patient with her egg collection, right? I found out, and I hope this is correct, that a female is born with all the eggs she's ever going to have. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. But is there a way to make them more viable when you're collecting them? Like, what is it that you're doing to make that egg a little more secure, I guess, or stable?
So this actually still is a challenge.
Okay.
So, and obviously there's a big difference between men and women in that way, because women have a fairly narrow reproductive window. So once a woman gets into her 40s, basically she has fewer eggs, but even more importantly, the eggs that she has left are not as good as the eggs that she had when she was younger.
Like the outside shell thins out a little or something,
well, it's
right?
more than that. Yeah, the shell gets harder, and the DNA starts to break down.
Okay.
So it's much more difficult for a woman to have a baby once she gets into her 40s, which is sort of one of the bigger issues nowadays, because our culture is such that women have careers and they basically keep delaying childbirth. So by the time they're ready, they have found the right guy and their career is stable, and they come in and it's too late.
Okay. Do you suggest at the age of maybe 35 that if somebody wants to freeze their eggs, they do? And is that something that you do at your fertility institute?
Yes. So this is one way to work around that. So
Okay.
not recommended.
Right.
So recommended if you're ready, just have a baby.
Okay. Just do it.
But if you don't have the partner, or you're really busy and you're not quite ready, then second best is to freeze your eggs. And of course, you have to freeze your eggs while the eggs are still good.
Understood. So the sooner you collect them
Yes.
and freeze them, the better. And you're not going home with like a vial and you're just putting them in your freezer, right?
No, we
Okay.
keep the eggs.
You
You have
keep
to
the
come
eggs.
back,
Okay.
yeah.
So they're secure in your database, and when somebody needs to retrieve them, then you'll help them. What is one of the most joyful stories that you've ever had at your institution that you've been able to help somebody become a parent? Is there a special story that, like...
I mean, I think for me, the whole third-party realm is joyful in terms of allowing couples to start a family, especially male couples that didn't have this option, years ago, or, now it's more, we have the technology and they are empowered to build the family that they dreamed of, and they don't feel, and a lot of the couples will say to me, I never thought that this was going to be an option for me, you know, because they looked at their lives moving forward, at the decisions they needed to make, you know, in terms of coming out and, you know, the concerns. And it's funny too, because even with the same-sex male couples, they'll say, my mother wants to be a grandmother, and this is, you know, so it's the same drives that we all have in terms of building our families.
Yeah. This is all about love, right?
But, you know, as far as the joyous moments, I mean, I think every day. I mean, really, this is what keeps it interesting and keeps it stimulating. I just got an email today from this woman who is in her late 50s.
Okay.
Who's single.
Okay.
And finally, after accepting that she needs to use an egg donor and that she will need to use a sperm donor.
Right.
And a surrogate.
Right.
She had a baby. The whole thing was amazing.
Wonderful.
You know, her surrogate was very connected with her, and they're actually very close friends now. The baby just turned 6 months old. I mean, it's every day is something different, but it's all about that.
Congratulations to you. Thank you for your years of study and the fact that you've now focused in on this, and that you're continuing to learn and grow as physicians, that you're both like, you're on it, you know? It's like, it's not like you know how to do it and you only do it that way, but you continuously embrace new technology.
It's always evolving.
Yeah, and I think that's a big point, because, you know, this is one of the fields, not a few, but one of the few fields in medicine that keeps changing on a regular basis. Like, you know, obstetrics, maybe not so much, gynecology, not so much. But here, all the things that you hear about, all the technology, including AI, for example, is integrated directly into what we do.
Into that. I have one question. I just want to know, are you able, so let's say that you mix it, right, and it happens, right? Are you looking through like a microscope, and do you like see, do you know when that one's a good one? Like you're picking like a baseball team, like do you know just by looking at it if it's going to be vital, have vitality?
Yep.
You do?
There's ways to grade embryos, and a new technology is teleloop, where they can look at the embryo as it's developing in the incubator, and there are metrics now where they can tell based on the rate of development the embryos that are better quality or poorer quality. Yep.
Awesome.
And this is, again, what the reason now we're so much more successful is we're obviously are better at identifying the good embryos. So we can do genetic testing on embryos and figure out which is normal. And we can actually, even in this case, use AI to tell us that this is the right embryo based on the way it looks.
I love that. Do people name their children after you? Has that happened yet?
Yes.
That has happened, hasn't it? I figured. It was a joy. Thank you, and congratulations
Thank you
to
for
both of
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
New England Fertility. There you go.
Thank you.
You know what? It's the New England Fertility Institute.
Institute.
If you have a question, please go to their website. They have the technology. No matter where you are in the world, I'm sure they'd be happy to answer your question. Thanks for watching.
This is Donna Drake. Happy journeys!
Take my hand, come with me, and we'll find better ways to be something much more. Live it up, live it up, live it up now. Live it up now.
Thanks for watching Live It Up. You can visit us at liveituptvshow.com.